What's good, everybody? Back with a quick little video. We're shooting with the Pocket 3 today, so I want to quickly talk about this bike. Let me see. I want to talk about the bike, right? Not just this bike, but for me, what it means to kind of ride, how I started the journey, and kind of where I'm at now. So there's a lot of times and a lot of people that kind of get surprised when you ask them why they started to ride. And it's interesting, right? Because everybody's story is different. Not everybody shares the same story. And not everybody shares the same motivations. Usually they're pretty similar, right? Usually they're pretty similar. The stories of why we started riding. For me, I started riding. I'm gonna try to give you a few hit details of why I started riding. So I started riding back in 2004. 2004, I had just graduated high school. I graduated high school 2004, and I think I went and got I took the MSF course in probably the same year, probably like it was during that summer, because I graduated in May and I think I did the course in like July or something like that. And I bought my first bike. It was a Ninja 250, right? It was a 2004. It was brand new. I didn't know what I was really doing, so I was like, I'm gonna go get a brand new bike. So I went and bought a brand new 250. I think I spent like $2,500 or something like that. I can't remember. It wasn't a lot though, but I bought that. That's what I learned on. That's what I crashed on. You know what I mean? Everything that you do as a new rider, you know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully you don't crash too big. My crashes weren't too big. They were mainly like user error, like pulling into my driveway and instead of hitting the clutch and the brake, accidentally throttling it, flying into the garage, right? Stuff like that. Or one time I was riding up the driveway trying to park on my patio, and my mom had these two humongous looking like cauldron things in the front for plants, and I ran right into one of them. And so I did a lot of my crashing on my first bike. But one of the main reasons why I wanted to start riding was it looked absolutely amazing. YouTube was in full effect at that time, but there were riding videos online. I don't really necessarily remember watching a lot of riding videos, but I did watch videos on YouTube, but it wasn't nearly as big now. Like the scene on YouTube is not nearly as big back then than it is now. So it was a lot. It was much different, but I mainly wanted to start riding because some of my friends that I did hang out with, they had bikes, right? They had bikes. And we had a lot of fun. You know, they looked like they were having a lot of fun. I wanted to have fun, and so they kind of convinced me to try to get into riding the right way. So it looked very, very fun. It looked very entertaining. It looked very freeing, right? Because liberating. I would say it looked liberating. I don't know. It's just something about motorcycle riding, man, that when you get on the road, even if it's just you, it just feels right. Something feels right. And I wanted to, A, look cool, B, be cool with my friends, C, girls loved them, right? Girls loved them. Like, wow. So that was another reason why I wanted it, because girls love them. And let's see, I like to go fast, right? I like to go fast, and the bike was just way faster than any car that I could try to mod and get it fast, right? The bike was just faster. So those are some of the few reasons why I started riding. I don't know, man. I've stuck with it since then, since 2004. Now, throughout all these years, there were times where I didn't have a bike. Because I was like, in the military, I was like moving around from place to place in the military or something, so I didn't really have time or whatnot. But there were times that I didn't have a bike, and it made me crave getting back into it. So there was no point in time where I didn't have a bike and I didn't want to ride anymore. It was just circumstances, you know, it just happened the way it happened. You know, there were certain times I didn't have a bike. But yeah, man, riding is amazing. Now, I would say in 2024, the things that keep me riding, right? Those things don't really apply anymore, right? I'm a little older now. I got a full family now, right? I got 3 kids. I got a wife, a dog. My motivations for riding are different now. So, for example, I like riding because it's cool. That didn't change. It's very entertaining, right? It's very entertaining to watch. I like to watch motorcycle riding, not necessarily just YouTube, right? I really like to watch motorcycle racing. That's always been a passion of mine. I wish I could get out on the track and like race. I'm probably gonna take this one out and prep it to go on the track, because or buy a track bike. But that's a big thing for me, is motorcycle racing. I love it. I would say the other motivation is because I need wind therapy, and I realize that motorcycle riding helps a lot with my mental fortitude, my mental stability. It helps, man, to get some wind therapy and just get out on the road and just kind of let it out, right? Let everything that you're feeling out, whether it's, which is why I like motovlogging, whether it's you're motovlogging and you're just letting it out, you're talking, you know what I'm saying? You're talking to whoever it is, your audience or whatnot. Or you don't even have to have any words. You could just do it. You know, a lot of times I just do raw audio videos where I don't necessarily feel like talking, like I just want to ride. And I do those videos too. So I love riding because for me, like I said, I can express and get all that frustration or whatever it is that I'm feeling, joy, frustration, happiness, sadness, all that stuff. You can get it out on the ride. So that's mainly why I do it, right? It's mainly why I do it. And then I think the biggest reason now, honestly, like I said, I have a family now. I don't try to go super crazy. You know, it's one thing to have a fast bike, and there's another thing to just drive fast because you're on a fast bike. For me, the idea of owning a super sport almost kind of outweighs like the wanting to ride it all the time. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. The only way I can put it is that it's like people who own like very either vintage or classic or valuable vehicles, right? So some people, you'll see people that have like Ferraris and things like that, Maybachs and things like that, and they probably don't daily those cars, right? Those are their special cars. They don't daily them often. Some people don't, right? It's more of like a collector, like I have it, I can ride it when I want to. I can ride it as fast as I want to or as slow as I want to. So for me, super sport has always been like that. Like I've always wanted a super sport, a true 1000cc super sport bike, and I have one now. And like I said, the thought of owning it, modding it, and things like that to make it how you want it, when you want to enjoy it the way you want to me, it means everything. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't get very anxious anymore when I'm like, damn, it's raining outside, I want to go ride. I just, you know, I think of other things like, okay, I got the bike. I don't have to really stress about not being able to ride it like crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, a lot of the fun is knowing that I own it and knowing what I can do to it when I want to do it. And that coupled with riding whenever you feel like it, I mean, it's just an amazing thing, man. So like I said, I'd like to know how you guys feel. What got you into riding? What keeps you into riding? And yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting thing. Everybody's story is different. So let me know what your story is. I'll try to stop looking at the screen here. I'm not used to using this Pocket 3. I need to use it more. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. Let's see. Let's get it. of the bike again. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. We're about to get ready to do some more series of mods. I think we are going to change the chain and sprocket eventually next. We're going to change that. And last week, it's probably on a different video, but I've been playing around with wanting to really paint the fairings, man. I love all black. I kind of want to change it up just a little bit, but I'm kind of torn because I'll tell you why I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of torn because as I was looking at Dip Your Car, a lot of people know for all the vehicles I've had, I usually use Dip My Car or Dip Your Car. They revised their website. They revised a lot of the stuff that they had, condensed it a little bit more because they were going crazy with the colors. But I was going to, but the only thing is, what I want to do it is, it's gonna run about $500 something, which is fine. It's just gonna take some time. Like I would have to take off the tank pads, obviously, to do the tank. Pull that off of there. But other than that, that's probably going to be the hardest part, or the pain in the ass part, is just removing the tank to paint it correctly. You know, the fairings, you know, those come off easily. It's not a big deal. The only other hard part would be the head. It's kind of a pain in the butt to take that off, take off the cowling and everything, and do that. But you know, it's a project, so I definitely don't mind. And I was thinking about it, but I'm kind of on the fence because, like I said, once I kind of see that pricing, damn, mosquitoes are out everywhere. I kind of wanted to entertain possibly going through Monster fairings and just getting a custom, just having them do a custom what I want to it. And terrible lighting. I have this ND filter on here too, so probably that's part of the reason. But yeah, I kind of want to check out Monster fairings and kind of go through them and see if I can set up some type of custom fairing kit and maybe go through them if it's going to cost around the same amount of money. Now, only issue is with dipyourcar.com, you have to do a good job. Like I said, I've had vehicles where I've used dipyourcar.com. To me, the thing that works the best, or the thing that I love the most, is the rim dip. I use that all the time on all my vehicles except the bike and except my car. So far, I haven't used it on them yet, but they always work really well. And when you're ready to change it out, you literally use the dip dissolve, get them all over it, and then it peels right off. But the only thing is that with the fairings and the tank, I'm just kind of on the fence a little bit because you have to do a really good job. You got to get really good coverage, because you don't want like stupid things to happen, like where it starts to peel up and things like that. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of on the fence about it, is because it's a lot of money for you to potentially mess up and have to spend more money to redo it. And so I'm kind of just like, I don't know if I really want to do that, or if I just want to buy the fairings already customized the way I want it and then just stick them on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to destroy. All right, you won't destroy your fairings with Dip Your Car because it just peels off, but instead of having to take all this stuff off, modify it, put it back on, like, it just seems like easier if you just get new fairings. And you always have a second set. In my original set, put them up, you don't have to worry about it. So I'm thinking that's maybe the way I might go. I'm gonna find out from monsterfairings.com, find out what the process is like and how much I'm kind of looking for based on what I want. See how it goes from there. But anyways, again, probably might cut that whole portion off the original video because the original video we're supposed to be doing, it's just supposed to be the reasons on why you guys are riding. But anyways, catch you in the next video.